Hey, man. We appreciate y'all for tapping into another episode of this Big Mouth TV / news podcast radio, all that in one. Y'all new to the channel, hit that like and that subscribe. We jumping back into it. All right, man. We back again, man. Part 3 of 1 and 2 of the takeoff. Rest in peace to takeoff, man. So, part 3-parter, third part of the Amigo, man. Was killed on October 31st, Halloween night in Houston, Texas. Hanging out with his uncle, which is the head leader of the Migos. He goes by the name of Quavo. Our prayers out and shouts out to Quavo as well. Family, like I say, rest in peace to Takeoff, man. It's sad, man. We keep losing a lot of young rappers, man. I don't know, man. We just gonna ease through this. Like I said, it's part 3. We got some new information, that's going on in the case and stuff, man. So we just gonna breeze through this here. This is the only story we have for y'all. Y'all know we normally have 3 stories for y'all, but right now this is kind of taking the internet and shadowing over everything. So we're gonna go ahead and run with this and just try to go through it as we can. Y'all see Quavo is hanging out with Jay Prince, in Houston. And they said there was a gun on the side of them, Quavo and Jay Prince Jr. as well. And as y'all know, the police gonna want to see that weapon, because shooting involved with Takeoff, because of all the blogs and stuff and all the internet, what's going on the internet. The police is definitely gonna want to see that weapon that Jay Prince Jr. and Quavo was riding with in the middle of them, but allegedly that gun might be involved, so the police are definitely gonna want to see that gun. But yeah, man, a lot of new news coming out. Here's one of them. The guy that unfortunately had shot Takeoff, he's deceased, I believe. Allegedly he's supposed to be deceased. And they said the Prince family supposedly took care of that. I'm not for sure. This is what's going on around on the internet, and all this up here at Big Mouth is allegedly. But shout out to the Prince family. They've been getting, like I said, in part 2, they've been getting threats towards them as well over this young man's death, man. And you got Whack 100, you got people like that. If y'all don't know who Whack 100 is, I'm sure a lot of people know who Whack 100 is. You got Charleston White. A lot of people starting to know who Charleston White is. They all saying Jay Prince and the family, Jay Prince family, is a bunch of bull crap. All that mob tie stuff is made up and stuff. But like I said, a bunch of people are really upset at the Prince family because of this young man's death. I believe it's because, the Prince family invited them down there to Houston. They were supposed to be protecting this young man or these young men, while they was down there visiting them. But instead they had them, tied up in a bunch of, street stuff and, things like that, man. And, a lot of OGs, they not feeling that from the Prince family, man. So, the Prince family might have to answer, to a lot of big OGs in the game, man, But yeah, man, RP to Takeoff, man. The guy, that's supposed to have shot Takeoff was standing right next to him. Quavo was supposed to have been arguing with Jay Prince Jr., allegedly, but what we saw and what we seen with our own eyes, it looked like he was arguing with James Prince. I believe that's the brother of the dad of the Prince family. His name is James Prince. I believe that's who Quavo was arguing with before the fight broke out. From the video, that's our take. That's us. That's our assumption. But what else we have? They just, mad at the sons, Jay Prince Jr. and Jazz Prince, they mad at them. because they supposed to be protecting them, and how could they let anything like that get out of line, or go that far to where guns was drawn. A lot of people gonna want to know. A lot of people gonna want some answers, man. You have to, especially coming from the black community. As far as the Nation of Islam and things like that. But yeah, man, they said the police as FBI as well is it's gonna be paying these guys a visit as far as the Prince family. Man, it's just sad, man, that this young man had to go out like that, and they say he was a laid back guy, he was as far as we understand, he was laid back, man, cool, things like that, man, stayed out the way, things like that. But dearly gonna be missed, man. Surely gonna be missed. And Sauce Walker chimed in, like I said, Sauce Walker said they should have came down there with him. They would have been more protected, and things like that. Because Sauce Walker said he would have knew how to handle the situation and got the situation under control, which Jay Prince Jr., them they didn't know how to get the situation under control, I guess, or whatever. They let the thing get out of hand to where the young man Takeoff, known superstar, was gunned down, man, in the midst of everything. But like I said, Whack 100 got on there and said these guys ain't the mob. They calling themselves the mob. The mob's supposed to, MOB supposed to move all bosses, move all bosses or something like that. But that's what the mob is supposed to mean down there in Texas, man. But we just here to share a little bit of light, man. Not a lot of light, just a little bit of light, man. And like I said, man, y'all gotta get in that comment box, man, and hit that like and that subscribe for your boy Big Mouth one time. But this is just for my viewers, my subscribers that don't get a chance to always get a chance to hear what's going on and follow-ups and things like that. That's why they always come get it right here at Big Mouth. So, but yeah, like I said, the FBI, they own the Prince family. They retrieved the videos from the bowling alley and everything. So they got everything what's going on. Like I said, they've been on this man Jay Prince for a long time. And they said his sons is messing up his legacy. His sons is tearing down the house that he built. Things like that, man. And now the FBI is, it's just a matter of time before they move in, Like I say, Jay Prince is the owner and CEO of Rap-A-Lot Records. His son founded Mob.t.v Records. He was the cause of Drake getting his sign and his deal with Cash Money Records and things like that. So that's how these guys are known down there in Houston. But like I say, man, rest in peace to Takeoff, man. He shouldn't have lost his life that night. He should have been well protected, more protected. Senseless stuff, man, hanging out with people who don't know no better, who can't keep their crowd under control, or they guys under control, and they call themselves bosses and leaders and things like that when they running around with guys they can't even control. If you're going to invite company to your house, you got to make sure they protected and make sure they leave. They come as they left. They leave as they came. But Quavo is shooken up, man. Like I say, everybody trying to say blame Quavo for gambling and arguing and stuff with the guy, knowing he was outnumbered, outgunned, and things like that. But egos get in the way and things, and things happen, man. But everybody paid their respects to Offset, Cardi B, to Takeoff. Everybody paid their respects to Takeoff. Cardi B and Offset paid their respects. But like I say, man, the guy they said was standing next to Quavo, Takeoff, man, shot him right there, point blank, I believe. And they say he was hit with friendly fire as well, man. But it's sad, man. It's crazy, man. We gotta get some justice for this man. Like I say, man, the Prince family, they probably need to speak out, or things like that, man. Big things, man. That's all we got, man. Till next time. Big mouth.
Big mouth.